Hello and welcome back for another episode of Norm Nathan's Vault of Silliness. Today brings us a show that I've titled, Time for a Name Change. Why? Because this was before Ed Mullen filed formal papers with legal to change the name to the Swell Music Quiz. For this one, it was called the Dumb Music Trivia Quiz Game. Ric Duarte was producing. There were only 2 categories on this early incarnation of the game: rock and roll and big bands. However, later, we're joined by Darrell Gould, who brings in Doo Wop. So the panel consisted of Norm, Ed, Darrell, Jack Harte, and much later, I graced the broadcast booth with my presence because I was working some bizarro shift WBZ had created when they changed hours around. There was a 3-hour shift Monday through Friday that ran from 2 to 5 a.m. Yep, try to get up for that one if you fell asleep at home. Did that sound like I was speaking from experience? Maybe. Of course, we begin with Ed explaining the rules, and then it's on to the callers. Fred from Medford, Sean in Cambridge, May in Boston, Bill from Chelsea, Brian from Newton, Arlene in Braintree, Kevin from Providence, Oakley from Falmouth, Joe in Malden, Derek in his car, no, it's Rick, Jim from Somerville, John from Hornell, New York, Ken in Randolph, Joe in Waltham, the prophetic Harry from Milford, Steve in Brockton, Jody from New York, Beth in Michigan, Randy from Norton, Jerry in Quincy, Jonathan from Salem, Sean in Chelsea, Joe from Chelsea, Phil in Newton, Joe from Brookline, Jerry in Clinton, Kathy from Quincy, John in Natick, Mike in Swampscott, David from Chelmsford, Andrew in Boston, Kevin in Malden, Jerry from Clinton, wait, again? Warren on the Mass Pike, Bob in Fitchburg, and Rob from Needham. We get a few cut-off abbreviated commercials and a newscast, too. Alrighty, episode 172, Time for a Name Change, hums its way to your ears now.
Discovered classic Ovaltine. Ovaltine tastes good, and it's good for you. Ovaltine.
Okay, we're ready to play the Dumb Music Trivia Quiz game, and we have 2 categories. One is rock and roll, which includes a whole lot of leeway there. That is rock from the 50s right up to the current time. And the big bands. And if you want to throw in a little jazz, that's okay, too. Just when you call, ask us, tell us what category you would like. And then we'll have to stick to that for 3 questions. Ed Mullen will be playing the game with us. And, of course, Jack Harte. Are you there, Jack? Yes? Yes. Okay. Here's Ed to explain the rules.
Thanks a lot, Norm. The rules will be like this. We'll ask a question, and if the people get the question right, then the callers can ask us a question. And, however, if we get the question wrong, then they continue to the bonus round where we ask them a final question. And if they get that right, they get a swell certificate of merit that they can show to all their friends.
I would suggest they not show it to their friends. Some people have done that. They've just giggled them right out of the room because it's a silly-looking thing.
Could be.
Okay. So you got that. But the idea is to pick the category that you want when you call, and we'll ask you the first question. And then if you answer that, we go on, as Ed said. Okay? Before you call, be sure you have a question for us. Sometimes people call and we ask them a question. They answer it correctly, and then we say, now it's your turn to ask us a question, and they don't have one. And that's really terrible.
They should have one ready, and hopefully it's a trivia question, something that's either well-known or interesting or just trivia. You know that old phrase, if you can say, oh, yeah, or oh, yeah, or... Let's see, how many ways can we say it, Jack?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. No, that's the way you should say it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. 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 Okay, I think we've...
I think we're ready now.
I think we've milked
And
all
a couple of no kiddings thrown in there on the side.
Okay, let's call on Fred in Medford. How you doing, Fred?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's really nice the way you did that. I'm getting excited.
Fred's ready.
Yeah.
Fred is ready. Okay, what's the category, Fred?
Rock.
Rock. Okay.
Okay, rock and roll. The question is, we have one left over from last week. What is the fictitious ailment that Johnny Rivers sung about in 1972?
Poison Ivy?
No. That was the Coasters. No, this is a a different one. Sorry about that.
I'm sorry, Fred. Thank you very much for trying. He did such a nice oh yeah, too.
I know.
That's too bad.
Feel bad about
Sean in Cambridge. Hi, Sean.
Hi.
Hi. Which category?
Rock in the 90s.
Well, no, we can't. It's really rock and roll is kind of a general thing. However, Ed sometimes is
Yeah, when you say rock
has a great heart, then he may pick the decade you're talking about.
when you say rock and roll, it's just got to be anything from 1955 right up to the present day. You have to be well-rounded to be on the show, too. Did we mention that?
And we didn't say anything about that.
No,
we didn't.
I guess not. Okay.
I have amnesia.
You can't remember anything beyond 1990, eh?
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay,
here's a question for you.
Here you go. Who sung the 1989 rap hit Bust a Move?
Young MC.
That's right.
Very good. Now, what's your question for us?
Okay, my question would be, okay, who sung the, let me think. Okay, what was the last?
You're stalling, aren't you, Sean?
No, okay.
I mean, nobody else would know that. It's just I have a trained ear. Anyway, I'm sorry. Go right ahead.
Okay, what was the last album that Diana Ross made?
It was called the Diana Ross's Finale, some of that nature. All right, well, make no more records. Signed, yours truly, Diana Ross. Well, I'm thinking of Michael Jackson. They both look so much alike, I get them confused.
I have a guess. The last album that you recorded was it Eaten Alive?
Eaten Alive. I don't even know, to tell you the truth.
You don't know the answer?
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah, that makes it kind of difficult, Sean.
We'll send you an extra special certificate for that.
Yeah. Let's move along with...
Okay,
with May in Boston. Hi, May.
Hi, how are you, Uncle?
I'm pretty good. How are you doing?
Okay, I don't know if I'm going to be good at this or not. How about big bands, or do I have to have big bands or jazz, or what?
You want big bands?
Let's try that. I don't know. I'm not too swift on this.
Okay, here's this guy. I'm going to describe somebody. You tell me who he is. He played tenor saxophone with the Glenn Miller Band and was one of its most popular vocalists.
Fenicky.
Yeah, that's right. Tex Fenneky's great.
I love you, dear.
Want to have an affair?
Uh-huh.
Oh, never mind.
Long distance is a good one.
Okay.
You never get tired of one another that way.
Okay. What about a question for us?
Okay, all right. Does it have to be big bands?
Yes,
anything?
that's the category we're dealing with.
Okay.
Whatever, and let me mention that to anybody who calls. Whatever category you pick, that's the one we stick with right through, yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me see. Something about Glenn Miller, too.
Well, it doesn't have to be Glenn Miller. It can be any big band.
Okay, all right, then. Who did the trumpet solo in Sing, Sing, Sing? Goodman.
Harry James.
How about Ziggy Elman?
Ziggy Elman also did. They were holding a bunch of trumpet solos. They both played with the band at the time.
Okay.
Okay?
All right, that's it.
Okay, thank you very much, May. Okay. So, she said drummer or pianist. There's only one of those. But in the rest of the band, there are a whole lot of musicians who played the same instrument.
It was about 11 minutes long, so everybody had a solo, didn't they?
That's right, yeah, that's right. It ran 12 minutes and 35 seconds, something like that. And when I used to play it on my old show, the Sounds of the Night, that's when I used to go to the bathroom, have lunch, talk dirty on the phone, something. Oh, I got a real hot babe on the phone. I think I'll play Sing, Sing, Sing. Anyway, Bill in Chelsea, how you doing?
How you doing?
I'm doing okay. How about you?
I'm doing all right. Let's see if I can try to compete with you people here tonight.
Okay, what category?
Rock and roll, please.
Okay.
Okay, if you could name the big comeback album, I'll name 3 people, and if you can get 2 out of 3, you're all set. Name the big comeback album. First one, Tina Turner.
Oh, my God. Tina Turner. Okay, give me other names.
All right, here's number 2.
Yeah.
Steve Winwood.
Steve Winwood's Back in the Limelight.
Let's see. If I was Alex Trebek,
Would you accept that, or do you have to refer to someone else for a judge?
I got to check with Alex Trebek. I'll give you that. It's called Back in the High Life.
I'm sorry. Okay. All right.
Okay, and the next one, you have to get this one now. The big comeback album by George Harrison.
So it'll either be this one or the first one.
Right.
What was
Tina Turner.
Yep.
Oh, Tina Turner.
Tina Turner.
Tina Turner. I'd guess and say rock and roll. I don't know. I know I'm wrong. Rock and roll. That's my answer.
Sorry. That's not it.
Okay.
It's a good try, though, Bill. And thank you very much for calling.
Thank you very much.
Take care. Bye-bye. Okay, 254-1030, area code 617. We go to Brian in Newton. Hi, Brian.
Hi, Norm.
Yes, hi, Brian.
Yes, my category is rock and roll.
Okay.
Prefer the 50s and 60s.
Oh, you're a young guy for going back that far, aren't you? Are you very young?
Yes, I am, but I live with older parents.
I see.
What an unusual situation.
Okay.
My parents were younger than me.
Yeah, I know that.
Okay, here's the question. Actually, it's another leftover from last week. The question is, in the Marty Robbins hit El Paso, can you name the girl? Who's the girl?
Don't know that one.
Oh, I'm sorry. Brian. Are your folks handy?
What do you mean by that?
No, I mean, are they there now? Can you ask them?
No.
Okay.
Yes, they're good with tools.
Okay, thank you very much, Brian, for calling anyway. Well, let's go to Arlene
Hi.
in Braintree. Hi, Arlene. Hi.
Hi, Ed. I'd like to answer the Johnny Rivers question. I got the rock and pneumonia, the boogie woogie blues.
That's right. The fictitious ailment that Johnny Rivers sung about in 1972 was the rock and pneumonia and the boogie woogie flu. You're right.
Yeah.
Great. Now, could you ask us a question, please?
Sure. Who wrote the score for the film Jonathan Living Seagull?
Neil Diamond?
Oh, I didn't think you'd get it.
Well,
I hope you wouldn't.
No, that's very good. Very good, Ed. Hey, thank you for calling, Arlene.
You.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
We're going to have to start giving away some of those swell certificates so people can show off and show them to their friends. Meantime, we have lots of open lines now. Good time to call if you want to take part in this. Again, just mention the category you want to take part in, and then have a question ready so that in the event that you answer our first question, you want to hit us with a question right after that, okay? You only need to ask one question. We ask you two.
There you go.
Okay, 254-1030, area code 617, and we'll take some more calls right after this.
Does your baby suffer from red, irritating diaper rash?
Just regular diaper rash. It just looked red and irritated, very tender to the touch. I just felt pity for him. Well, I just wanted to make it better because I don't like seeing my little baby suffer.
Now your baby can get relief from diaper rash with Baby Gold Bond medicated powder. Just listen to Anna Stout of Lake Villa, Illinois.
Says mostly cloudy overnight with a passing shower, drizzle, and areas of dense fog. Lows about 36. It's relatively mild right now. As a matter of fact, it's 40 degrees at the moment outside our BC studios. And during the day on Saturday, a mixture of clouds and sun, and breezy with high temperatures getting up to the mid-40s. Saturday night, clouds increasing, lows overnight in the low 30s. Sunday, cloudy and breezy with showers, highs 49 as it gets even warmer. Monday, sunny, blustery, and colder, 30 to 35 degrees. And then Tuesday, partly sunny with high temperatures ranging from 30 to 35 degrees. Again, 40 degrees outside our BZ studios as we go to Kevin down in Providence. Hi, Kevin. What category would you like?
Rock and roll, Norm.
Okay.
Hi, Kevin. How are you doing?
Not bad.
All right. Would you like a question that's already on the board or a new one?
Well, the guy didn't get the comeback albums, did he?
That's right. Do you want to do the comeback album question?
Sure, I can ace that easily. Private Dancer for Tina Turner.
That's right.
And Cloud 9 for George Harrison.
That's right. Great. Good for you. Can you ask us a question, please?
Sure. Which two bands were involved in the making of the soundtrack of the film Here We Go Round the Mulberry Bush?
Wow.
Here we go round the mulberry bush.
Yes.
There was a movie.
Two bands were involved in that?
Yeah, it starred Barry Evans of, if you ever saw Doctor in the House, Barry Evans
played Michael Upton in Doctor in the House.
Oh, yeah.
I guess it was made in England, which is a clue.
Well, Jack?
Well, just as maybe...
And they're kind of affiliated bands in a sense. Which will give you a clue.
Give you about 5 seconds more, you guys.
How about The Who and Billy J. Kramer and the Dakotas?
Wrong.
Okay, what are the answers?
Traffic and the Spencer Davis Group.
Hey, okay, we ask you one final question. If you get this one correct, Kevin, you get one of our really swell certificates of award. Won't that be nice?
I'll treasure it forevermore.
Okay. Fire away, Ed.
Okay, here we go. Can you name 2 people who have recorded the song If Not For You?
If Not For You. Well, Bob Dylan.
Right.
And I'll say...
How do you spell that?
I'll say... Joan Baez.
I'm sorry, no, that's not right.
I'm sorry, too, Kevin. You got...
Do I get another chance?
No, you right on the edge, too. You were just so darn close. And we'll be playing the game again in a couple of weeks or so. You can call back, and maybe next time you'll hit it right along the way.
Maybe I'll try Big Band next time, because I got a killer for you.
Go ahead, man. Oh, son of a gun. Now you got me curious. You want to ask me anyway? It doesn't count for anything, but I'm curious.
Okay. You know who the 4 brothers were, right?
Yes.
Now, who were known as the trained seals for their choreographed routines while they were playing?
These are instrumentalists or vocalists?
These are instrumentalists.
And they played with a big band?
Yes, and I'm not talking about I'm not asking you to name them individually, but from what orchestra?
I haven't the foggiest notion. That's a good question. Never heard of that.
No.
Who would that be?
Jimmy Lunsford's orchestra.
And he had 4 instrumentalists called the Trained Seals.
Well, they weren't necessarily 4, but I mean, like his reed section, like his sax players would like stand up while they were playing, you know, in unison.
Yeah, that sounds like one of those Mickey Mouse bands, because Jimmy Lunsford had a fantastic band, and usually the choreography was done by bands that were not so terribly good, where the saxophone section would stand up and they'd go from side to side. You know, we used to call them Mickey Mouse bands because they tried to divert your attention to the fact that they were not playing very well by doing little crazy things on the stand.
Well, I got this right off the back of a Lunsford album. So
okay, well, I'm sure you're right. Hey, thanks for the information. Appreciate it. Take care. Bye-bye, Kevin. Let's see what's doing. We'll check headlines and all of that and traffic with Jack, and then be right back.
WBZ News Radio 1030 is...
One moment, please. The trouble is in your set, and it was caused by me. Anyway, it's 12:33 right now, 12:33 here at WBZ. We're playing the Dumb Music Trivia Quiz, and Jack Harte and Ed Mullen are members of our panel, and you're tuned to WBZ 254-1030 is that number. Let's take some more folks on the line. This is Oakley down in Falmouth. Hi, Oakley.
How are you?
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, I just got off the air myself.
You do a show down there in the Cape?
Well, at my school, at Tabor Academy.
Oh, you have a radio station there?
Yeah, very small, wattage, FM.
You're actually on the air. What do you have, about 10 watts?
Probably about 12 right now, but we have an antenna coming that will give us about 100, I'd say 110. Maybe.
How far out do you get?
Well, on a clear night, you can reach Falmouth from Marion, which is about 30 miles or so.
Yeah. And what does Marion think of that?
Yeah, it gets...
You get some pretty good response?
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah,
it's mostly around the school and everything.
Okay, what are your call letters?
WWTA.
WWTA, okay. Yep. Okay, what category would you like, Oakley?
I'd like rock and roll, please.
Okay.
All right, thank you. I have the question for you. Can you name 2 Jimi Hendrix songs that Stevie Ray Vaughan had recorded on his studio albums?
Ooh, how about All on the Watchtower?
No, that's not right.
No?
I asked for 2. Can you name, give you another try?
Stevie Ray Vaughan, huh? If that was Bob Dylan, I could do it. All on the Watchtower, but,
right.
How about, Gloria?
Nope.
No,
But thanks a lot. That was a good try. Yeah, Gloria's that Van Morrison song by the group Them.
Yeah.
And Van Morrison, but not quite, not on that one. But thanks a lot. Call again.
Okay, we'll do.
Okay, Oakley. Let's go to Joe in Malden. Hi, Joe.
Hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
Oh, fine, thanks. How are you doing?
Oh, pretty good.
Rock and roll?
Yes, I can answer that last question.
Okay, named 2 Jimi Hendrix songs that Stevie Ray Vaughan had recorded on the studio albums.
One is Little Wing.
Little Wing is correct.
And Voodoo Child.
Voodoo Child is right.
Okay, ask us something now, if you would, Joe.
Oh, boy. How about a real old one from the 50s?
Go ahead.
What was the first TV theme song that was '1 on Billboard?
First TV theme song?
In the 50s?
Yes, the only thing I'm not sure of is the year.
Okay.
But you got the decade.
Yes.
Okay.
Jack, what do you...
I'm trying to think
Is
here.
it probably something like Gunsmoke, probably some Western something?
Or 77 Sunset Strip?
No. He was close about the 50s, so about the Western.
All right, let's make a guess, Jack. No, Thunder Road, Ballad of Thunder Road?
No.
Oh, no, I know. Wait a second.
I think we've already lost it, but
go ahead.
Name it anyway.
Rawhide?
No.
No.
Okay, what is the answer?
That was the Ballad of Davy Crockett, Fess Parker.
Oh, of course, yeah. Of course, that was a very big one, yeah. Okay, one more question for you then, Joe.
Okay.
Here it comes. What city is Leroy Brown from? Bad Leroy Brown.
Bad Leroy Brown. Oh, shit. Now, I'm in a band and I play this song, too. Oh, boy. Chicago.
Right.
All right.
You win. We have a winner now.
Hey, we finally have a winner. Okay, Joe, here's Ric Duarte. He'll take your name and address, and we'll get a certificate of award out to you that you'll be just sit down proud of.
Oh, great.
And as soon as anybody looks at it that you show it to, they'll giggle and laugh at you. So just keep it to yourself. Okay, Joe, thanks a lot. We'll go to, let's see, Derek, who's in his car. Hi, Derek.
Hi. No, I'm not Derek.
You're not Derek. Who are you?
I'm Rich.
Okay, Derek must have hung up, and you jumped in right away.
Right.
So you're on the air.
Great.
What category would you like?
I'll take rock and roll, and can I answer a question you had before?
Sure.
I don't know if someone answered it, but the comeback album?
Yeah, we did get the answers for the comeback album.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll take another one then.
Okay, I have another batch of those questions for you. Name the big comeback album by 2 out of 3 of the artists that I'm going to name. Here's the 3 ones. Aretha Franklin?
I don't know.
All right, I'll give you 2 more tries. Bonnie Raitt.
Wasn't Nick of Time. It was.
That's right.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the last one is the group Boston.
Was it Third Stage?
That's right.
Good.
That's right.
Hey, we have another winner. No, wait a minute.
No,
yes,
he gets...
Yes, no, that was the first question.
Right, he
That's
gets to ask us one.
you ask us something now, if you would, Derek. Rick.
Right. Okay. On Springsteen's Born in the USA album,
right,
he thanks a Hollywood director named Paul Schrader on the album. Do you know why?
Paul Schrader?
Paul Schrader. Paul Schrader also wrote Taxi Driver, the movie.
And he thanks him for a special reason?
He thanks him. It's a single line, thanks to Paul Schrader, and it's sort of interesting why.
Did he introduce him to his wife, his first wife?
No.
He had just passed him the mustard?
I guess we don't know the answer.
No.
What is the answer to that?
Okay, it's kind of a lengthy answer, but the point is, Paul Schrader was writing a movie, and Springsteen stole the title, Born in the USA. So in return, Springsteen said he would write the song for the title of this movie, which, do you know what it became?
Light of Day?
Light of Day.
That's a great question. That's a great question.
Okay, we'll ask you one now. One final question. If you get this one, you get the wondrous certificate.
Great.
Okay.
I have a question.
Jack, go ahead.
We mentioned earlier the song "Rockin' Pneumonia" and the Boogie Woogie Flu. That melody, the "Rockin' Pneumonia," occurs in another definitive, well-known rock and roll song. And what song would that be? Well known.
Yeah, sounds familiar. Doctor, I don't know, something doctor.
No.
Dr. Chuck Berry. There's a clue.
Yes. You're not supposed to be giving clues, Darrell.
Chuck Berry, Johnny Be Good.
No, I'm sorry, Rick. Thank you very much for the call.
Okay.
Take care. Bye-bye now. Okay, hey. Joining us now is the man you were trying to give away the answer to that, big fella. That's not right. You're supposed to be on our side.
I thought the guy should win a certificate, all right?
No.
See, I'm not doing the news now, so I can be opinionated.
See, well, you can be opinionated, but wait till they ask questions, then you can answer them. That's the way we do this thing, Darrell. You're
I
such
know
a
how
silly
you
fool.
do it. I'm a veteran of this game.
Okay.
I don't play it very well, but I'm a veteran.
Jim in Somerville. How you doing, Jim?
Good morning.
Good morning to you, sir.
Okay. I have a quick question. I believe I know, excuse me, I believe I know the answer to the gentleman that was just on one of the questions. But if I get it wrong, does that automatically disqualify me?
Yeah. Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to take no, never mind. I'll go fresh. Go ahead.
Okay, rock and roll question?
That's correct. Rock and roll.
Okay, so far that we haven't asked. Born to be Wild was by Steppenwolf, and it was featured in the movie Easy Rider. Who sung the comedy record called Uneasy Rider? It was a top 10 hit in 1973.
I believe he's saying Eat It. I can't place his name, though. He did the Michael Jackson remix from Beat It. I believe he did Eat It.
You're thinking of Weird Al Yankovic?
Yes, but that's way before his time.
Yeah,
correct?
that's wrong. Right.
Okay. All right.
Thank you very much, Jim.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye. Okay, 254-1030. We have just one open line. Well, you know, when anybody hangs up, there's an open line. So just to keep calling, even if you get a busy signal. John in, was that Horno, New York? John, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Now, what's the name of the place you're from?
Hornell.
Oh, Hornell, New York?
Yes.
I see. Okay, what category would you like, John?
More modern rock and roll.
All right. Here's a rock and roll question for you. Like I said, we can't really be too specific about what era it's from. It's just rock and roll, so I'll just throw it out to you. The first one is in the Elton John song Candle in the Wind. That is a tribute to who?
Oh, Elton John, Candle in the Wind. A tribute. Oh, wow. What is it? I don't have any idea.
Oh, I'm sorry, John. I'm sorry. Thanks a lot for the call.
Yeah, thanks.
Bye-bye now. Okay, we'll go to Ken, who's in the town of Randolph. Hi, Ken.
Hi, how you doing?
Good. How about you?
Oh, I'm hanging in there.
Keep doing that. And you'd like rock and roll, I bet you.
Oh, how'd you guess?
Okay, do you want to answer a question that's been asked already, or do you want to know
the Uneasy Rider question.
Okay, the question was, who sung Uneasy Rider, top 10 hit in 1973?
That was Charlie Daniels.
That's right.
Okay, now ask us something if you would, please.
Okay. Popular singer from the 50s. Went to high school on the West Coast, same high school as our famous Celtic Bill Russell, and he shares the high school high jump record with him. Who is it?
Yeah, this is a singer?
Yep.
Okay.
Singer. See, San Francisco was the college, wasn't it, Darrell? Bill Russell went. Okay.
Yeah,
that was okay. That's stalling for time.
San Francisco High. No, he went to the University of, I think. Well, it probably was San Francisco High if he didn't want to travel to.
Oh, I know this answer. It's Johnny Mathis.
Absolutely right.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay, never thought of Johnny Mathis as being a rock singer, but that's okay. I don't know what other category. Put him in pop, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, one final question for you, Ken.
Mm-hmm.
We got him. We got his question right, so
oh, that's right. I'm sorry. That's right. So that eliminates that.
Oh.
I'm sorry, Ken. I'm sorry. That was a good question.
Call again?
Sure.
Thanks a lot.
I didn't know that Johnny Mathis was did the high jump? Really?
Yeah.
Son of a gun. Hey, Joe in Waltham, how you doing?
Good morning.
Good morning.
I was going to try for the uneasy rider question, but you already got that, so I guess I'll take rock and roll.
Okay. We have a couple questions up on the board, including the Elton John song "Candle in the Wind." Who is that a tribute to? Do you know that answer?
It's Marilyn Monroe.
That's right.
Okay.
Now, can you ask us a question, please?
All right, you'll probably nail this pretty easy, but
let's find out.
All I could think of at short notice. In the movie Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band.
Right.
Who sang "Fixin' a Hole" and who played the guy?
Fixin' a Hole.
Which characters sang the song "Fixin' a Hole" and who played them?
I know who played him.
Who?
George Burns.
That's right. George Burns played the character.
But I don't know who the character was.
What are you asking?
What's the question?
The name of the character in the movie?
Yeah.
The fictional name of the character. And
right.
The character that Burns played.
Right.
The name of him. Okay. I guess we don't know the answer to that, Joe.
That would be Mr. Kite.
Mr. Kite. Oh, yeah.
For the benefit of Mr. Kite.
Yes.
Okay, we ask you one final question, Joe. See how you do on this.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to name 3 songs, and you tell me who sings them. The first, and if you get 2 out of 3, you're all set.
Okay.
Each song has to do with eyes. The first one, "My Eyes Adored You."
I'm going to pass on that one.
All right. Next one, "Sexy Eyes."
Rod Stewart.
Nope.
Oh.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Thank you,
very
Joe.
much.
Bye now. Okay. How about Harry in Milford? Hey, Harry. This is my friend Harry.
Hey, how you doing?
You probably want a big band question. I'll bet
got it.
Okay. The featured instrument of these band leaders, they all played the same instrument.
Okay.
Ray McKinley, Louis Bellson, and Chick Webb.
They're all drummers.
Yeah. I had a feeling you'd know that.
Well, the reason why I called, because I got one for you.
Okay.
You ready?
Yep.
Okay. Who was the female vocalist with the Anson Weeks Orchestra?
Oh, jeez.
You know it, huh?
Anson
No,
Weeks.
I don't know. Anson Weeks. No, there wasn't Anson Weeks. But nobody paid any attention to Anson Weeks in the band. I have no idea.
Well, they paid attention to her.
Did she become very well known afterwards?
Yeah.
Oh. Anna Maria Alberghetti. I know.
Yeah.
No, come on.
No, it wasn't.
No, I don't know. Who was it?
Dale Evans.
Dale Evans?
Yeah.
You mean of Roy Rogers fame?
That's right.
She sang with a pop band, a big band?
Yeah.
That's a lovely question. I had no idea about that.
Well, I figured I'd lay it on you.
No, I knew Dale Evans sang with a band. I had no idea there was Anson.
No,
or Anson Months. Or
it sounds like an old relative coming to stay at your house.
She went on to marry Leonard Sly.
Who?
Which used to be another favorite trivia question.
Now, wait a minute.
What was Roy's real name?
No, we're talking about Dale Evans.
Yeah, she went on to marry Leonard Sly.
Are we talking about the
who
same
is better
one?
known as Roy Rogers?
Oh, that's right. That's his
But
real
that was
name.
in earlier days of trivia.
Oh, yeah. Okay, the famous band leader. Here's your final question. If you get this one, Harry, you get a Swell certificate.
Okay. I really shouldn't accept it because I'm a pro.
Well, wait a minute. Don't say that. You haven't answered the question yet.
Okay.
Okay, the Isham Jones Band. I know you remember that. That's about as well known, maybe better known than Anson Weeks.
Yeah.
Okay. Who took that band over and kept it going for a lot of years under his own name? He didn't call it Isham Jones, but it was his own band after that anyway. But he started with the Isham Jones band.
It was Woody Herman.
Yes.
Woody Herman.
Yeah, you'll hesitate there. Pros don't hesitate, Harry.
Well, it was either Woody or I thought it may have been Count Basie because, no, Count Basie came from the Benny Moulton Orchestra.
That's right.
You're right, okay.
And Glenn Gray came from another orchestra, too. Do you remember that? Because I don't. I can't remember what band. A few people took over other bands and made them popular. But anyway, you got the one question that I was asking, so you're okay.
Hey, can I just make a point? Because you said something earlier that I really want to correct you on.
Oh, jeez. I wish you wouldn't, but go ahead.
I was in my car, and I couldn't call from my car because I don't have a phone there. So I had to wait till I got home. You were talking about the choreography of the bands, and the more choreographed they were, the lesser known they were.
No, I didn't say they were lesser known. I said they were the Mickey Mouse bands.
Mickey Mouse bands. I was trying to be kind by saying lesser known. The Glenn Miller band was one of the most choreographed.
I don't recall that.
Yeah.
I've seen the Glenn Miller band. I don't remember. You mean the saxophone stand up and then they sway, sway, and they do all of that?
Had their way of moving during an arrangement, especially those gray arrangements that.
And the funny hats and the funny hats and the whole thing.
That's right. Yeah.
They wore funny hats in the Glenn Miller band.
Well, the trombone sections did because they used them as mutes of sorts.
They took the mutes and put them on their heads.
Yeah, they did.
I don't remember that happening, but I take your word for it because you're a professional.
He has, he just brought up a great use for Hillary Clinton's hat.
Oh, that was a great hat. I thought
that would be a great mute hat, huh?
Yeah,
sure. I could mute.
She would be a great mute herself, I think.
Oh well, no. It's getting into politics. I just think the hat wouldn't that be a great mute?
Were you just insulting Hillary?
I was making political satire.
Oh, I see. Okay, because I think she's a fantastic woman. I I think she's great. I think we're lucky to have her as First Lady, and I think anybody who criticizes her is sexist. They can't stand a bright, beautiful woman having any say in anything.
No, I think she is bright and beautiful. She just scares the hell out of me.
Why?
I just think she wears nice wah-wah mutes.
Yeah, I won't even ask you why, Harry. I'm going to turn you over to Ric Duarte.
Okay.
Maybe he can tolerate that kind of a silly answer, and we'll get the certificate out to you. She scares the hell out of him. I can't understand that. We'll take a break for a couple of words here, and then we'll take some more questions afterwards. Some more calls. 254-1030. Steve in Brockton. Hi, Steve.
Hi, how are you doing?
Good, thanks.
How's everything?
Everything's okay. And how's your family? Nice?
Oh, good. Everything's good. You?
Oh, my family's good, too. Thank you.
Good.
Ask about the horse.
How's the horse?
She's great.
Oh, good.
Okay, what category would you like, Steve?
I wanted to pick rock and roll, but there was a question that was given before that wasn't answered about sexy eyes or something.
Sure.
Can you rephrase that one? And if I don't understand that one, can I get another one? Or is that my only one?
Okay, the question is name the singer or the group that is singing these three songs. If you can name 2 out of 3, you're all set.
Okay, now this will be the question, though. If you miss this, then we can't give you another question. Do you want to go with this?
No.
Okay, all right. You want a new question, then?
Sure.
Okay.
All right. Okay, Harry Belafonte had a hit album that was #1 for 8 months. 8 months, and it had the singles Day-O and Jamaica Farewell. Can you name the title of that album?
What was the other question?
No, that's the question.
I don't know.
Yeah, you're slivering and sliding there, Steve, but you're okay.
Day-O, I don't know. Who? Day-O.
That wasn't the title, no, sorry.
All right, thanks.
Call again.
Hey, Steve, and the chickens are okay, too.
How's the hens?
Yeah, that's what I meant. The hens, chickens. Yeah, no, the hens are just fine, thank you.
Okay.
Hey, but take care. We'll know it's really spring when the hens start laying again, which will be in about a month. Isn't that exciting? Jody in New York. Hi, Jody.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Fine, thank you. What category would you like?
Rock and roll, please.
Rock and roll. Okay.
Okay, I'm going to name 3 groups, and can you tell me their biggest album? If you name 2 out of 3, you're all set.
Okay.
I'll name the 3 groups. First one is Jefferson Airplane.
Jefferson Airplane. Nope.
Okay. REO Speedwagon.
The Hits.
The Hits? No, it's a title of the regular name. It's not the Greatest Hits album.
Oh, the regular title of one of their albums?
That's right.
REO, I guess. I don't know.
No, I'm sorry, that's not right.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Jody. We'll go to Beth in Michigan. Hey, Beth.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm just fine, thank you. What category would you like, Beth?
Well, first of all, I thought everybody knew that Johnny Mathis was not a rock and roll. He was a ballad singer.
Yes.
And also, I thought you should know about the Mutes with Glenn Miller. That was very common. But it was in every movie.
No, I know about the Mutes, but what I was talking about was bands that go through all these little bits, things, swaying and swinging and jumping.
Yeah, he always did that with the trombones.
Okay.
Not the
Okay, I guess I got my comeuppance for that one.
Certainly did.
Yeah.
Giggles Hart's there, isn't he?
Pardon me?
Giggle Hart.
Yes, he's here.
Oh, I just love him.
Thank you very much.
I'm going to. You don't have to ask me a question. I already have one of those.
No, the opening is we ask you a question.
I know
What
that.
category would you like, Beth?
Big bands.
You want big bands?
Yes, but I already have one of those gilt-edged papers.
Okay, well, you want to try for another one?
All right.
Okay. A couple of TV talk show hosts. Neither one does talk shows now, but they did. One sang with the Kay Kaiser Band in the 50s. The other sang with Freddie Martin. Was a big hit on a record called I've Got a Lovely Bunch of Coconuts.
Oh, yeah, I know that.
Who are the two guys?
Well, I know that one was Merv Griffin.
That's correct. He did I've Got a Lovely Bunch of Coconuts.
Mm-hmm.
And who was the one who sang with the Kay Kaiser Band before he started doing his talk show and was on network television with the Kay Kaiser Band, sponsored by the Ford Motor Company?
I haven't had probably Mike Douglas or something.
Yes.
Was it?
Yes. Yes, it was Mike Douglas. Very good. Okay, ask us a question.
All
if you
right, now I'm going way back.
Oh, okay.
Way back. And talk about lesser bands. This is it.
Yeah.
All right, do you remember Charles Buddy Rogers? Buddy Rogers.
Yeah, not the one who's married to Mary Pickford.
Yeah.
The same fella?
Yep.
He had a band?
Yes, he had a band. I've seen it 3 times. All right, what instrument did he play?
I give up.
What instrument did he play?
Instrument? Buddy Rogers played the trumpet.
You're partly right.
What do you mean partly right? What did he do? Play part of a trumpet?
He played everyone.
He played the drums with his trumpet.
He played all of them.
Oh, he didn't play all of them.
He could play all of them.
Yeah?
And he always did.
Okay, then I was correct, huh?
Well, no, because the answer is all of them.
I see. I have a feeling I'm getting hoodwinked here. Okay, you answered that. Let me ask you this. Long before the name Hot Lips became a character in MASH, that was the theme song of a trumpet-playing band leader. What was his name?
Oh, nuts.
Henry something?
Oh my God.
Quickly, we got to go.
All I can think of is McCoy.
No, you're close. He did play sort of like that.
I know he did. Sugar Blues was his.
That's right. This was, but this guy's name was Hot Lips. So that was his nickname. Hey, thank you very much for trying. Stay tuned. We'll give the answer maybe in the next hour. But right now it's time to take a break because it is time for the news. Norm Nathan here with the music trivia thing. I'll introduce you to the rest of the cast later. It's WBZ Boston, and it's news time, 1 o'clock.
From ABC News, I'm Dorothy McIntyre. President Clinton is being pressured by some groups to name another woman as his choice for Attorney General now that Zoe Baird has dropped out. ABC's Tim O'Brien tells us from the Justice Department there are some other women's names on the president's list.
Mr. Clinton originally had a number of women in mind, but his first choice, federal judge Pat Wald, said she wasn't interested. Other top choices, federal judge Amalia Kearse and Washington lawyer Brooks Lee Bourne, may still be possibilities, as is Shirley Hufstetler, a former appeals court judge and Secretary of Education.
And there's speculation Mr. Clinton could nominate the first black man for the post, focusing on Yale professor Drew Days.
Okay, we're playing the Dumb Music Trivia Quiz game. It's 8 minutes after 1 o'clock, and with us is Ed Mullen. And with us also is Darrell Gould, and with us also is Jack Harte.
Hi.
Giggling Jack. Hi. And, of course, pick the category you'd like, rock or rock and roll, or big band jazz. Big band, well, not jazz necessarily, because we're talking about some bands that really are not jazz bands, but big band. We ask you a question first. If you answer that correctly, then you ask us a question. If we miss it, then you go on to your third question, which we ask you. And if you get that one, by George, you win a certificate of award, and that is just so darn thrilling. Okay, let's get on with the game right off. We'll go to Randy, who's in the town of Norton. Hi, Randy.
Hi, how you doing, Norm?
Hey, we're doing fantastically well. Can you tell? Can you hear us doing so well down there in Norton?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. We're
rock and roll.
burning up the airways. Rock and roll. Okay.
Rock and roll. Okay. Here's a couple questions about the Doors. If you get 2 out of 3 right, you're all set. First question. Did the Doors have any number 1 hits? Yes or no?
No.
Sorry, the answer is yes.
It seemed like the obvious answer would be yes.
It really did.
It was that.
I know it, so I would have said the same as you, Ren. I would have said no. It's a trick question.
It was a trick, all right.
I wonder if
Ric Duarte is saying "Light My Fire."
He's right. "Light My Fire" was one, and "Hello, I Love You" was the other one.
Okay, and nobody can ask that question again because we already know the answer.
Hey, can I ask you one?
Oh, I didn't. You still have 2 more chances. I said 2 out of 3.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
The second question is, who played Jim Morrison in the Oliver Stone movie The Doors?
Was it Menashe Shkolnik? Nobody remembers who Menashe Shkolnik was.
Nice.
I'm thinking Van something, but no, I don't know.
Okay, I'm sorry. That's,
Oh, I'm sorry too, Randy.
Norm, can I just ask you a question?
Sure.
All right. What great drummer played with a broken rib and continued his performance?
Instead of a drumstick?
And he broke his rib during the performance.
Adam.
During the performance?
Yeah.
Boy, I know that Buddy Rich would have done that. He would have. It wasn't Buddy Rich.
Yeah.
Because he's the guy. If his nose fell off, he'd continue to play till the end. He had a heart attack or 2, and still played because he said, "I'm not gonna be a cripple. If I'm gonna die, it's gonna be playing drums."
That's right.
So it seemed like the logical answer. That's interesting. I had never heard that story about him playing with a broken rib, though.
Yeah.
Did that happen during a concert?
I heard him talk about it on Johnny Carson once.
Oh, really?
Because those guys were kind of like buddies,
I know it. He was on Johnny Carson's show several times. That's an interesting story. I hadn't heard that. Hey, Thank you, Randy.
All right. Have a great night.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye now.
Drumming is one of Carson's hobbies, too.
Really?
I saw an old Jack Benny show that was on cable one time, and Johnny sung a song, he played the drums, and told a few jokes, and he was trying, he was about 5 years old at the time, and Jack Benny was saying, well, you got to be more well-rounded, and then he went on to do all these different things.
That's interesting, though. I hadn't realized that. Mel Torme played drums in the Chico Marx band, Chico of the Marx Brothers. Did you know that?
No.
I saw him play, I think. He came into Boston, the RKO Boston Theater, and I remember seeing the Chico Marx Band, and I know that Mel Torme played the drums with him during that period, so he must have been there, but he was not known at the time. He just come off the Jack Armstrong show, where he played a character on the Jack Armstrong show out of Chicago. Anyway, here's Jerry and Quincy. Did you like that conversation? Was that interesting, Jerry?
Oh, yeah, that was very inquisitive.
Okay. What category would you like?
Can I take one of the old questions, Elton John question, please?
Sure.
I didn't hear.
Oh, I'm sorry. You want to answer a question that has not been answered yet?
Yeah.
Sure. Go. Which one is that?
The Elton John question.
Oh, the Elton John question, right? No, the Elton John question was answered. We have.
Was it?
Candle in the Wind. Yeah, I have that crossed off.
Oh, what was the answer to that?
Marilyn Monroe.
Oh, was it? I'm sorry.
That's okay. Would you like to take another question from us?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Okay. The question is, who was the lead singer for Blood, Sweat, and Tears?
Blood, Sweat, and Tears.
Just an unusually really great singer for pop music.
Had 3 names.
Had 3 names. Yes.
I'll take a guess. Peter Gabriel.
Peter Franz Gabriel. No, sorry.
No, I'm sorry. Thank you very much, Jerry.
Okay, no,
Thank
good
you.
night.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Remember I told you that only the really dinky bands were doing the, we call the Mickey Mouse bands, so they're doing fancy stuff. And I was looking through here, and it says something about the Jimmy Lunsford band did all of that kind of stuff, too, which was a gimmick, that is waving the instruments back and forth, which was a gimmick that Glenn Miller picked up from the Jimmy Lunsford band. Now, the Jimmy Lunsford band was probably one of the greatest bands of all time. So I guess the Mickey Mouse bands, I'll have to use some other phrase then. Okay, we'll go to Jonathan in Salem. Hi, Jonathan.
Good evening, Norm. How are you?
Just fine. How are you doing?
Norm, I wanted to say that I saw you on Pop Box one afternoon and thought you did a great job and really enjoyed the show.
Oh, thank you. What program was that?
It was, I really can't remember. I think it was 25, Channel 25.
Oh, that was, yeah, that was that was the thing we did up in Lawrence, I guess. Just an interview. I was sitting there talking.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that was great.
Oh, well, thank you very much. Yeah, no, that was Dick Madison and a very beautiful lady was there who I fell desperately in love with during the filming of that thing. Yeah, I'd forgotten. It's funny. I turned on the television set one Sunday afternoon, and there I was. I heard my voice, and I thought, there's a guy imitating me. Turned out to be me. Anyway, thank you very much, Jonathan. You're only about the 4th person I know who's seen it.
Oh.
And the other 2 are the beautiful lady and Dick Madison and me, the other 3. Anyway, what category would you like?
Can I try to answer that Blood, Sweat, and Tears question?
Yes, who was the lead singer for Blood, Sweat, and Tears?
Al Cooper.
No.
Well, him and Steve Katz started the group.
Okay, but that really wasn't the question.
There was a vocalist who always reminded me somehow of Ray Charles a little bit.
Yeah, very soulful.
That might throw you off a little bit, but I thought he sang very, very well. He did have 3 names, though.
Do you want to take another?
Sam Sidney Libowitz.
Well,
You want to take another shot?
Well, between Al Cooper and Steve Katz?
No, it's neither of them.
It's neither of them who were lead singer?
Right.
I'm ready to get to my
Rip Van Winkle.
No, thank you.
I almost can go through the whole group.
No, I think not. I'm laughing because Ric Duarte, our producer in my ear, said it was Adam Clayton Powell. the three names. One of them is correct, though. Hey, I got to get going, Jonathan. Thanks a lot for trying. Appreciate hearing from you.
Thanks.
Take care. Okay. Yeah, I wanted very much for this guy to win because he's one of the few who saw me on television.
Adam Clayton Powell later changed his name to Boog as the first baseman for the Orioles.
That's right. He was Boog Powell. Later on became Judy, what's her name, Powell?
Jody Powell.
No, the musical comedy person who's on those infomercials now, things or whatever they call those.
Cher.
No, Powell. Jane Powell. Jane Powell. Yeah, he put a dress on, and because he was on the Geraldo Rivera show. Anyway, I don't know
what was the last 5 minutes of this show?
Sean in Chelsea. How you doing, Sean?
How you doing?
Good, thanks. Where in Chelsea do you live, by the way, roughly?
Orange Street.
Okay, I know where that is, yeah, because I lived there. Not on Orange Street, but I lived in Chelsea.
Oh, you do? I'm
a graduate of Chelsea High. Can't you tell by the fact that I'm so darn bright?
I was born and raised in this beautiful city by the sea.
Hey. Well, I hope you do. Just
listen, if I ask how your horse is doing, do I get any special treatment here?
No, you get a kind thank you from me, and that's about it. What category would you like, by the way, Sean?
Rock and roll.
Rock and roll. Okay, rock and roll. Give it. Lay it on him.
Here we go. There's a lot of questions up on the board. Do you want to take one that hasn't been answered yet?
Was the comeback album answered by, I believe it was, you had mentioned Tina Turner?
Both comeback album questions have been taken, yeah.
Okay, I'll take a new one then.
Take a new one. There's a couple of other ones that are on the board, including about eyes. Question, My Eyes Adore You. Who sung that?
No, I'll go for
something new?
We'll go fresh.
Okay. Here's the question. If you take your troubles down to Madame Ruth, you know that gypsy with the gold-capped tooth, what will she give you? That's obviously a line from the song.
I'd guess a new horse.
A new horse.
Wow.
Wow. No, that's what she gives second. That's the second thing. If the first one doesn't work. No, that's not right.
Yeah, I know. I gotta at least liven this up a little bit.
Whoa.
No, I'm talking about instead of sitting there saying I don't know. At least I'm trying to make a little humor in this. I'm not talking about the show, believe me.
No, you did just fine, Sean. Anybody from Chelsea is okay on my list.
Thank you very much.
Hey, thanks for calling.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, here's another Chelsea person. Joe, how you doing, Joe?
Hi, Normie.
Hey, how you doing, Big Joe?
Okay.
Okay, what category? You'd like rock, I'll bet you. I can tell by the inflection.
I'll take Gregorian chant.
Okay.
In 1755, there was a top 10 hit, but
there was a movie in which the featured song was "Through a Long and Lonely Night." Through a long and lonely night, I whisper your name. It was based upon a Gregorian chant. Which Gregorian chant was that? Never mind. I don't know the answer either. Is it really rock that you want to do?
Oh, sure. Why not?
Okay.
I'll probably get it wrong anyway. You just wanted to
don't take a negative attitude, Joe. You're going to do okay.
Yeah.
Lay it on him, Big Ed.
Here we go. What TV star turned rock star was booed off the stage for singing new material at an oldies show?
Oh.
It's kind of a famous...
Now, I know the answer to that myself, and I don't know anything about any of the questions you're asking. I'm sorry.
I don't know. Was it one of the monkeys?
No. It was not one of the monkeys. It was not one of the monkeys. Okay.
His father never worked. Or if he did, nobody knew what it was he did. Anyway, thank you, Joe. That was a big clue right there.
That was bigger than that clue I gave, and you were chiding me for earlier.
Can I review a couple of the questions that are still on the board?
Before you do that, let me mention the fact that Darrell Gould, as I guess everybody knows, is part of our panel, and Darrell's specialty is the Doo Wop music. Anybody wants to take the Doo Wop category?
The old-time Doo Wop.
The old-time Doo Wop, okay.
As a matter of fact, what you were just asking about what does Madame Ruth give you, who sang the song would fit right into that category originally.
It sure would, yeah. That would be a good question.
Yeah.
We could tack on extra points if you get that one, too.
Extra, what, you get 2 certificates?
Sure, why not? The coffee machine is right out there.
Ladies and gentlemen, for 2 certificates and a date with Jack Harte.
Okay, well, now what are the questions that are still up there?
Okay, name the group's biggest album. We have Jefferson Airplane, REO Speedwagon, and Milli Vanilli. Those are the, if you could name 2 out of 3, you're all set. That's on the board. We have a couple of questions about the Doors. And if you could answer those. Who is the lead singer for Blood, Sweat, and Tears? Going back just a little bit. Name 2 people who sung If Not For You. And the Harry Belafonte had a hit album that was #1 for 8 months. It had the hit singles Deo and Jamaica Farewell. Can you name the title of the album? And there we go. Now we're...
Okay, in the big band category, we still have that... Hot Lips. Who was Hot Lips? He conducted a kind of a corny band. Not kind of, it was a corny band. But he was kind of popular for
They
a
all
while.
had an ear for music.
Pardon me?
But they all had an ear for music.
Ear, corn. I think I get what you're striving at.
Also, Jack's question was still out there, too, that wasn't answered about... the
rockin' pneumonia.
Where did rockin' pneumonia and rockin' arthritis, what song did that come from?
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's go to Phil and Newton. Maybe he knows the answer to all of these things. Hi, Phil.
Norm?
Yes.
If you dare me, I will answer every question on the board.
We dare you.
Dare him.
Just answer one. It will be good enough. But
We'll wallpaper your house with certificates.
Okay. Lead singer of Blood, Sweat, and Tears was David Clayton Thomas.
That's right. David Clayton Thomas.
That's right. As opposed to Adam Clayton Powell.
Could you name... could you ask us a question, please?
Sure. I've got a bunch. Well, I don't know if it's a bunch, but let's see.
It'll just take one to stump us.
The popular group in the 70s, an acoustic group, America.
Okay.
Where did they get their name?
Big country, 50 states. I don't know.
See, they were born in Bosnia.
No, but ironically, you're kind of right, but wrong.
I see.
Okay. Is this a really good trivia question? Is there a real snappy answer for this one?
Oh, I don't know if you call it snappy.
Well, let's find out.
It's a popular.
All right, let's hear it.
All the three guys in the group were all from the States, but they were all children of servicemen, and they were stationed in England. And when they were trying to come up with a name, it had been so many years since they'd been home, they decided to name their group after the country they were from.
Jack, I don't know.
Son of a gun.
Okay, now we'll accept that as a question and hit you with a real Lulu. Is there? Okay.
Okay, here's a good one.
Here's a good one.
Here's a very good one.
A very good
This is a tough one, very tough one. Here
A
it
very
is.
tough one, yeah.
How did the group Leonard Skinner get their name?
I don't know.
I do not know that.
Okay, I'm sorry, Phil. You had that look in your eye like you knew.
Well, I don't know. Leonard Skinner, I really don't know.
Okay. Stay tuned, and we'll
find out.
You might find out before 2 o'clock.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you, Phil. We'll take a break, as we say. How do they say it on television shows?
Stay with us. Stay tuned.
We'll be right
For God's sake, don't leave.
Look, we're going to play some commercials, what we're going to do, and then we'll be back after that, maybe, if we know how to turn the microphone back on.
Arthur Lemon and a Bid Company this afternoon at 5 on WBZ News Radio 1030.
Okay, we're playing the Dumb Music Trivia Quiz game, and love to have you join us at 254-1030 as we go to Joe in Brookline. Hi, Joe.
Good morning.
Good morning to you, sir.
Did you get the answer on Madame Ruth?
That's right. The question was, if you take your troubles down to Madame Ruth, you know that gypsy with the gold-capped tooth, what will she give you?
Love potion number 9.
Love potion number 9 is right. Can you, by the way, you got that answer right, but can you tell us who sung that song originally?
Jeez, I'm not too good with the names of those groups.
We have 3 names down here. Darrell and I have come up with 3 names.
I'll take a wild guess. It would be like the Cadillacs.
Oh, no, but it was of that era.
Oh.
But here's what happens. We've got 3 different groups that all sang for Atlantic.
5-minute call of security.
Hello.
He's calling from work.
Hey, this is great.
He's got call waiting.
We may have a story in the works here, and that excites me.
Okay, what's on? Okay, I'll send somebody. Okay.
I think it's.
Sorry about that.
That's the one call you got all night, right?
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll send somebody. You're falling, you can't get up. Yeah, I'll send somebody when I get off the radio.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
No, I can't name the group.
I think it was the Clovers, which was one of those great Atlantic rhythm and blues singing groups. And the other 2 names that Ed has are the Drifters and the Coasters.
The Searchers.
Oh, the Searchers.
And the Coasters,
Okay.
yeah.
And the Coasters. Well, the Coasters were another Atlantic group. So I don't know that they'd have made. Well, they might have. I don't know.
Don't know.
And I may be wrong on the Clovers, but he got the question.
He got the question. Now he can ask us one.
Okay, ask us something if you would, Joe.
Okay, who was the well-known drummer who only had 1 foot?
the old 1-foot drummer.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well, he started out with 2, but he lost one in an accident.
Oh, my.
1-foot drummer? Def Leppard has a drummer with 1 arm.
1 arm? A drummer with 1 arm?
That's right, yeah. Halfway through their big success, got an accident, 1 arm. Jack, do you know?
For some reason or another, I was thinking of this person's name just the other day, and darned if I can't remember it.
Okay, we lose.
Yeah.
Who's the drummer you're talking about?
Sandy Nelson.
Sandy Nelson, of course. Who's Sandy Nelson? Who does he play for?
Well, he was more or less an individual. He just played with mostly, I guess he had studio musicians on the recordings he made. He recorded Teen Beat and Let There Be Drums.
And this is a well-known drummer that nobody's ever heard of.
Well, no. Teen Beat was a big song.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, now a question for you, Joe. You all set?
I can't have one of the other ones that weren't answered, huh?
No, not in this. No, that's just the only kind of the entry-level question.
Okay.
Now a full-fledged question.
All right.
Question coming up is, where do you find 2 girls for every boy?
Wonderland Ballroom in Revere Wednesday nights. They're aging, though, however. They're a little aged, but they're still... We still call ourselves boys and girls. I don't know what I'm saying.
I should know this.
Yeah.
I can't think of it now.
Oh, I'm sorry, Joe.
Oh, well.
I'm sorry. I'm so darn sorry, Joe.
All right, thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you very much. Let's take one before the news. We're joined now by Tony Nesbitt, who's arrived upon the scene.
Yes. And who knew the answer to that
Yeah, he knew the answer to everything.
But arrived too late.
Too late. Okay, we'll go to Jerry, who's in the town of Clinton, which is trying to get another town meeting going. They had one with Jimmy Carter. They want one now with President Clinton.
That's right.
We're fighting you in Middleton, though. I want him to come to Middleton. Are you really a town, or is Clinton a city?
It's a town.
It is a town?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, what category would you like?
Well, I wanted to answer the question about the former television star who was booed off for doing no material.
Great. If you can tell me that.
Ricky Nelson.
Ricky Nelson. What's the second question would be, what's the name of the song that he told all about it, wrote all about it?
Oh, Garden Party?
That's right. Yeah. That's right. Great. Good for you.
Okay.
I know the last one, too, Surf City.
Surf City, you're showing off now, but don't give us all the answers.
All our questions are falling off the board.
Crossing things out left and right.
Okay, ask us something if you would, Jerry, please.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, no, you're supposed
you have to ask me.
No. The second part is you asking us questions. We mentioned that. And you ask us, and if we miss it, then we ask you one more question. Do you have a question offhand?
Oh, God, no, not offhand.
I'm sorry, Jerry, but I appreciate you calling anyway. Jeekers.
She blasted two questions right off the... I thought she was going to go all the way, but...
Yeah, no, she wanted to answer questions, but not ask them. Okay, so be sure those of you who call, whether the category be rock or whether it be big band or whatever, do have a question in mind, because that's all part of it. But right now we're going to see what else is doing, kids.
The latest business news and stock market reports from the floor of the...
Call for action, hotline 787-7070.
Okay, we're playing the Dumb Music Quiz game, and having just so darn much fun. On the panel with us, Ed Mullen, Tony Nesbitt, and Darrell Gould, I guess, has just stepped out for a moment. I hope he'll be back. He's the specialist in Doo Wop music.
Which is going to help a lot if someone asks now, because he's not here.
That's right, too. If you want to hit up with us with the Doo Wop, the expert is not here. Kathy's here, though. She's from Quincy, and she's on the line with us. Hi, Kathy.
How you doing?
Hey, we're doing... What a cute little bubbly voice you have.
Oh, my God, you're so sweet. Listen.
Can you do that again with your voice, what you just did?
Listen,
yes.
The one with Love Potion number 9, that was the Coasters.
That's right. Yeah, we got that answer from someone else.
Well, no, you had three groups.
Yeah, the
Cadillacs and everybody else. Cadillacs, no.
No, the Clovers, the Searchers, and the Coasters. Yeah, I guess the biggest hit was by the Clovers, I guess.
Right.
Okay.
You're right.
Well, I'm right.
Okay. What I was? You want to?
Give me a question.
I had the Clovers.
Okay. Give me a question.
Okay, and incidentally, Darrell Gould is back with us, so the Doo Wop
too bad.
music. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Too bad.
I was going to try and slide by on you and give you a good one, but I'll probably get it. But go ahead, give me a question, and I'll give mine a shot.
Which song did Chris Christopherson not write? I'm going to name 4 songs.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. The first one is...
The answer is Hava Nagila.
No, he
the
wrote that one
anthem.
too.
Okay, go ahead.
4 songs that I'm going to... And one of them is not his. Help Me Make It Through the Night.
Yeah.
Ode to Billy Joe. Me and Bobby McGee. For the Good Times.
For the Good Times?
No, I'm sorry. He wrote that one.
Let me ask you a question.
Ask it anyway. What the heck?
It's a song in the 50s about a girl, and a lot of, this group songs were banned because it was too suggestive in that era, about a girl that couldn't work anymore because she had a baby. Who was the group?
The group was Hank Ballard and the Midnighters.
Dirty Dog. Yeah, remember those songs?
Annie
had a baby, Work With Me, Annie, Sexy Ways.
Right.
And, you'd call up a radio station, and they couldn't play them for you.
Oh, you had to buy them under the counter.
Yeah.
Do you if you're from that era, you remember Toy Bell by the Bees?
Oh, no.
Well, this would be a great question for you had you gone further,
I
because
remember My Ding-a-Ling by Chuck Berry.
that's the same, and it's the same song.
It is?
Back in the 50s, by the Bees, on the
Yeah.
Imperial label, you had to know what you want and get it under the counter.
Yeah.
And then Chuck Berry had a huge hit with it a couple of decades later.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you, there was some songs.
Hey, this is fun. We're not playing a game. We're reliving old times.
No, really. I can remember calling a radio station and asking them to play a song called WPLJ. It was by the Four Deuces, and it was about white port and lemon juice. They wouldn't play it.
Because it was
Because
alcohol?
it was about alcohol, you know. They just wouldn't play it, and I was just so disappointed because I thought it was so cool. But I knew the song, and I was calling to request it.
You are cool. We think she's cool.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
cool.
very cool. Kathy, thank you very much.
All right.
Call us again.
I will.
Okay. And there she is. She just called again. She's on the next line. John in Natick. How you doing, John?
Good evening.
Good evening.
I wanted to tell you that Love Potion number 9 was number 1 for 3 consecutive weeks in a row, 1965, and it was done by the Searchers.
I think you're going to be a tough cookie to deal with now. You know a lot of stuff there, big fella.
Okay, now, is that question, if not for you, still available?
That's right. Can you name at least 2 people who have sung?
Now, if I remember correctly, one was Mr. Robert Zimmerman, a.k.a. Bob Dylan. And the second was a former Beatle by the name of George Harrison.
Son of a gun.
That's right.
What about Anson Weeks?
That I don't know.
Okay. Ask us something.
And I have a question for you. Name the only Beatle to have 2 number 1 back-to-back solo hits, and what were they?
Back-to-back solo number 1 hits.
Yeah.
Hey,
we haven't heard much from Tony this evening. Let's
Yeah,
let's
Tony,
go to Tony.
Tony knows the answer to this one, don't you, Tony?
No.
Jack Harte is a big Beatles fan.
I'm
Jack
trying to narrow it down to 4 of them, and I've got that much down so far. There's 4 Beatles.
It's one of them. It's one of the ones from England.
Okay. Back-to-back hits by the by one of the Beatles.
2 number 1 solo
Okay,
hits
and
in a row.
who was the Beatle and what were the songs? Are you there, Jack?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, you can't think of the answer either.
I'm trying
then,
to
huh?
think.
Do we,
Okay,
Jack?
we're
Do you
hoping
suppose we might want to zero in on Paul McCartney and Yesterdays as one of them?
Yeah, I think that might be well. I was going to say,
or maybe
Yesterday
not.
was done while they were still a Beatle.
He's
This is
solo.
solo after they broke up.
After they broke up.
I think
Solo hit.
I think it's John Lennon. It's probably off the Double Fantasy record because that went, got the Grammy, went through the roof.
I'm going to have to call you guys out because we could go all night trying to guess. I guess they don't know, John. Who are they?
Okay, the person was Richard Starkey, a.k.a. Ringo Starr, with Your 16 and Photograph.
Oh, okay.
The
We'll
first
ask you
Beatles
what.
to ever have a number 1 going solo was My Sweet Lord by George Harrison in 1970, though.
Okay, this is Nathan Isaac Podklubnik, a.k.a. Norm Nathan, and here's one final question from you.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay.
Rock and roll it will be.
Okay, can you give the real name and then the phony name of all these people to keep in the trend here?
Okay.
Yeah, all right. Name 2 Chuck Berry songs that the Beatles recorded.
Okay, rock and roll music.
Right?
And... The rock and roll music is off the Beatles, 1965.
That was also known as something else.
What, the Beatles 1965 album?
Yeah.
Well, it could have been, well, in America, it might have been, it was Beatles for Sale in England.
Okay, the 2 Chuck Berry songs. One is rock and roll music, like you just said.
And, okay, Chuck Berry, I think.
I'll give you about 5 more seconds there, John.
I don't know if they did a copy of Sweet Little 16 or not. I don't know.
No, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, John. You did so well up to that point.
Okay.
Okay, John, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye now, also known as Tata, a.k.a.
See you soon.
Betty Bye. Okay.
As Vanna White says, bye-bye.
They bill her as co-hostess, co-host on the show. Yeah. She does nothing. That must have been why she was out a few days one time. I guess she was on strike till they gave her equal billing. Anyway, do you think the show...
Maybe the vowels are being cleaned or something.
That's right. Assuming we're draining out your vowels. We got Mike.
Bowels pumped.
Mike and Swampscott. How you doing, Mike?
Good evening. How are you?
Just fine. You want to answer questions that's been asked, or you want a new one?
I might take a new one, but is the Belafonte question still out there?
That's right. The question was, Harry Belafonte had a hit album that was #1 for 8 months. It had the singles Deo and Jamaica Farewell, and the title of the album was?
Calypso.
Calypso is right.
Excellent. Excellent, Mike. Now ask us something.
Okay.
Anything. How the children are, family, how my Tanta Milk is. They're all fine, thank you.
I guess we'll do a relatively easy. Why don't you give me the name of the group, or the more common name of the group of Mother McCree's Uptown Jug Champions?
Oh, wow.
Mother McCree's Uptown Blues Champions?
Mother McCree's Uptown Jug Champions.
Oh, Jug Champions.
Jack, do you think it's the Mamas and the Papas? Or
would it be the Anson Weeks Orchestra, conducted by Charles Buddy Rogers,
also known as
the Mickey Mouse Band,
a.k.a. Charles Nelson Riley. Jack, what do you think? Think Mamas and the Papas, or it's one of those?
Well, the answer seems to be the Mamas and the Papas.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah. No, it's not. It's the believe it or not, it's the original name of the Grateful Dead.
Really?
Son of a gun.
Son of a gun. Okay.
Never knew that.
Here's a question for you then. Your final question. If you get this one, you get a certificate of award treasured and prized by some of the great Americans. Although, don't ask me to name one.
In what song is Spider Murphy playing on his saxophone?
In what song is Spider Murphy playing on his saxophone?
It's a quote from it's a line from the song.
Right.
Okay.
That's Spider Murphy, a.k.a. President Clinton?
Yeah. That's right.
Hi, this is Spider Murphy, and I'm playing on the saxophone. So would you
give me the name of the artist?
Keep the door closed. I don't want anybody to look.
I might get...
It's so embarrassing when your mother catches you playing on your saxophone.
He just asked, are we looking for the name of the artist?
No,
I don't know if he
can you
understands.
give me the name?
He wants a hint, and I don't think we should get it. That's really, it would be too easy.
Yeah.
It's a relatively... It's
an arachnid.
It's not pre-'70s, is it?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, it is.
It's Spider Murphy. That sounds very familiar, but...
Keep playing on my saxophone till I go blind.
Bo Diddley.
Bo Diddley. Sorry.
All right, thank you.
I'm sorry,
Thanks
Mike.
a lot.
Thanks for the call. Bye-bye now. Okay, let's go.
I have hair on my palms.
Let's go to David in Chelmsford. Hi, David.
Hi, Norm. How are you?
I'm just fine, thank you.
Okay,
what's the category?
A swell time tonight, isn't it?
Is the kind of fun we're having? We're just having a great time here.
I'll tell you, I've been listening to you for years and years. I used to DJ and come home late at night from my gigs and listen to you, and just it was great.
Hey, thanks a lot. Is it still great?
Actually, well, I have a different job now, and I still come home late at night. But
but I don't listen anymore.
But I now listen to Larry King. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
No. Please.
Okay, thank you. What do you do now?
I work in a restaurant in Boston.
Oh, I see. Okay. What category would you like?
Actually, I know the answer to that question you just asked.
And what song is Spider Murphy, a.k.a. George Clinton? It is Spider Murphy playing on the saxophone.
Is it Jailhouse Rock?
That's right, Jailhouse Rock.
Yeah, that had a couple of strange lines in it.
Okay, you got a question for us?
Yeah, I do. This person was associated with the Red Sox organization, and he wrote the song "Summertime, Summertime."
Some.
Is it Sherm Fella?
That's it.
Son of a gun.
Wow.
I never thought of him as a rock composer, but okay.
Sherm Feller. That's right. And when I used to disc jockey, I did a gig one time, and he was there. And they asked him to come up and to introduce that song. It was kind of strange, but
yeah. Okay, no, he's written quite a few songs, as a matter of fact.
And he has. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He wrote a suite for John F. Kennedy. As a matter of fact, it had its. It was performed, I think, at Lincoln Center. I think not within the past 2-3 years. Yeah, so he's done okay. I guess that's it, because they could guess the question that you asked, Dave. So thank you very much.
All right, Norm. Have a good night.
Thank you for listening to us all through the years.
Oh, you're welcome.
Take care. Bye-bye now.
For the Boston Red Sox.
No, if you want to imitate Shermfeld, you have to say, how many matches? Fortunately, they have a scoreboard so you can see it in print. No, actually, he's a very nice man. Sherman's one of my favorite.
Can you do the weather
people.
that way?
He used to work at WBZ back in the 50s, I think.
No, I don't think so.
You're wrong, all right?
No, he worked at, you're wrong.
Was he at ORL?
Spider Murphy used to work at WBZ.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
And in fact, we have his saxophone in the WBZ Hall of Fame.
Sherman was at ORL, wasn't he?
He was at WEI when he first started. He came back from the service back in he was one of the first guys to do a talk show on radio. A late night thing, which everybody used to watch and listen to, rather, and drop by to see. You take a date out to a movie, and you say, let's go see Shermfella. They used to be at...
like in a display case or something, Shermfella?
No, I mean, he had a studio audience, and he was on between midnight and 1 a.m. In downtown Boston, 182 Tremont Street.
Studio audience for a talk show.
Yeah, used
I
to
shouldn't
come
be
up.
surprised.
Yeah. And weekends, he'd have a huge audience. Well, he was the first. He'd have Stan Kenton coming by and all the big performers of that period. He's really a pioneer.
Now playing Jailhouse Rock.
Okay.
Elvis.
Anyway,
Presley.
let's take some more calls.
Saxophone.
Andrew in Boston. Hi, Andrew. You're on WBC.
How you doing?
Good, thanks.
Good. I was wondering if the Leonard Skinner question had been answered yet.
Oh, this will be good. How did Leonard Skinner get their name?
See, I believe it was one of their high school teachers.
That's right.
That was his name. I believe it was a gym teacher.
That's right.
Yeah.
The name was Leonard Skinner, and they called it Leonard Skinner. How'd you know that? That's a great question.
I read it a while ago in an article. I was reading about them.
Actually, I want to ask these guys a question, if you would.
Okay.
And could you ask a question like, could Ed Mullen turn pages without making so much noise?
That's right. Okay, I got one for you.
I'm using parchment today.
The Led Zeppelin tune, "Ramble On." A lot of their lines were taken from a very famous blues artist from back in the 20s. I wonder what his name was there.
Willie Dixon?
No, it was Robert Johnson.
Oh, Robert Johnson, yeah. Okay. One final question then for you, and this one is for the certificate there, Big Andrew.
Okay.
Okay.
What singer scored higher on the charts than Fats Domino with Ain't That a Shame, and he scored higher than Little Richard with Tutti Frutti? He sung both those songs, and he scored higher on the charts than both Fats Domino for that big hit and Little Richard for the Tutti Frutti.
Okay. Is Elvis Presley?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry, Andrew. Thank you for trying.
Okay.
Take care. Bye-bye. Okay, let's go to Kevin in Malden. Hi, Kevin.
Hi, Norm.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm just fine. And you sound good?
Pretty good.
Good.
I think I know the answer to the Beatles and Chuck Berry question.
That's right. Name two Chuck Berry songs that the Beatles have recorded.
Okay, one was Rock and Roll Music.
Right.
And the other was Roll Over Beethoven.
That's right. Great.
Excellent.
Great. Ask us something now, if you would.
All right. This might be pretty easy for you guys. Give me the names of the 5 guys in Aerosmith.
Okay. Ready?
Steve Tyler.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Perry.
Yep.
Brad Whitford.
Yep.
Joey Kramer.
Uh-huh.
Hold on. And Tom Hamilton.
You got it right.
Hey, very good, Tony.
Hey, can I say hi to my girlfriend?
Go ahead.
Hi, Roberta.
Can I say hello to her, too?
Sure.
You won't get jealous.
I hope not.
Roberta, I'm cuter than Kevin is. You know what I'm saying? Hey, thank you, Kevin.
Take it easy.
Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye to you, too, Roberta, honey. Okay. She's probably younger than my daughters. But I like to act like an ass every now and then. Jerry, and we're back to the town of Clinton again. Hi, Jerry.
Jerry, this is Jerry back again because I answered 3 questions and I didn't have a question for you. So now I have one.
Oh, Jerry.
That's interesting. She's playing the extended version.
Oh, I couldn't believe you hung up on me, and I said...
Well, you didn't have a question. We said you had to have a question. You did not have one, so we...
But I have one now.
You have one now. Okay, go ahead.
This is an interesting twist. Sure.
She lives in a town that's named after a
Who is Jerry Lee Lewis's two famous cousins.
Whoa. Jerry Lee Lewis's two famous cousins. One was Joe Lewis.
One was his wife.
Yeah, that's right. And
no, one is the.
And one was Louis' Men's Shop.
What's his name?
One was his wife. Jerry.
Jerry Falwell. No. Jerry Lewis and Jerry Falwell. No, that wouldn't name their two sons Jerry. It's the other guy.
Lewis.
And the cousin he married. That's the other famous one.
Yeah. No.
First cousins? We have no idea.
Yeah, it was Jerry. Jerry Falwell is one of them. Yeah. He is related to Jerry Falwell. That's right.
Really?
And who are the two that you had in mind?
Jimmy Swaggart.
Jimmy Swaggart.
Oh, it's Swaggart, not Falwell.
And Mickey Gilley.
Mickey Gilley.
Mickey Gilley. Oh, my goodness. Okay. One final question for you, Jerry.
Okay.
Okay, and if you get this one, you get the certificate also.
Oh, by the way, I have the answer to the Fats Domino one.
Well, that's too late for that, because that's an entry question. Okay. Now we have to give you a new one.
Okay.
I just made up that rule.
Okay.
Oh, sure. Cut me off again.
No. I didn't just make that up. That's all been part of it right along.
Okay.
The ink's still wet, but, you know.
Here it comes. Where are all the stars that never were that are parking cars and pumping gas? It's a line from a famous song. All the stars that never were are parking cars and pumping gas.
San Jose.
Right.
Hey,
right.
Very good, Jerry. You want a gift certificate, Jerry? We're going to turn you over to... No, I don't mean a gift. Well, a gift certificate that you can't cash in for anything. It's a certificate.
No, but she could give it to someone as a gift.
I didn't get a fan.
That's right.
No fan, nothing?
We're giving it to you as a gift, too. We're going to turn you over to Ric Duarte, okay? He'll take your name and address, and we'll get the certificate out to you. Allow 9 or 10 months for mailing. No, here he is. Okay, let's go to Warren, who's in his car. Hi, Warren.
Hi, how you doing?
Good, thanks. Where are you?
Mass Pike, westbound.
Okay, what category I would assume is rock, is it?
Yeah, it was, and I wanted the Leonard Skinner question. It got answered. I wanted Love Potion number 9. It got answered. I think I might need a new one.
Okay, did you hear the question about who scored higher on the charts than Fats Domino and Little Richard with their big hits?
No clue on that one.
Okay, all right. Here you go. Brand new question. I'm going to name 3 songs. All have initials in them. Just tell me who sung them. The first one is YMCA.
Okay. Village People.
Right. Next one is ABC.
Michael Jackson. Jackson 5.
Right, okay. And the last one is WOLD.
You got me on the last one, I think.
Can't give him 2 out of 3, huh?
Okay, 2 out of 3. You think that's the
Okay, yeah. 2 out of 3. Okay,
the other one is Harry Chapin, right?
Right.
Yeah, Ric Duarte told me that in my earphones. It's only fair that I pass that on. Okay, question for us then, Warren.
Okay, you remember the Starland Vocal Band?
Oh, yeah.
Afternoon Delight was their song.
Rockets in Flight, Afternoon Delight.
Right.
Would you like to hear that again?
Okay, their lead singer and one of their members.
He just drove off a ravine.
Okay. Bill Daniff and Taffy Nervier were 2 of their singers in the Starland Vocal Band. They were co-authors of a very famous country music hit, and are credited co-authoring them.
Which country?
Famous country music hit by Bill Daniff
and Taffy Nervier, Nivert. They were co-writers of. Actually, it was with John Denver. They co-wrote this hit.
Oh. Give you guys about 5 seconds more. No,
don't waste your time.
Thank God I'm a country boy.
Close. It was "Take Me Home, Country Roads."
Wow, you got one of the words right.
Yep.
Okay, final question for you for the certificate, Warren.
Okay, what rock star was known as Pearl?
What rock star was known as Pearl? The Pearl or Pearl?
Pearl.
I have no idea.
Oh, I'm sorry, Warren. You did so well up to that point.
Anyway.
Thanks for calling.
Yep, bye-bye.
Bye-bye now. Okay, let's go to Bob in Fitchburg. Hi, Bob.
I don't know.
Good, thanks. Good. Rock and roll, I would assume, and you want a question or you want to answer one?
No.
I would like to answer the Hot Lips question.
Oh, okay.
That's Hot Lips page.
No, it isn't. There was a Hot Lips page, a trumpet player, that's right. But the band leader, whose theme music was Hot Lips and stuff, was not Hot Lips page. That's an awfully good question, though. Good answer. I'm sorry, I feel so badly about that, because you sound like a young guy. For you to even know Hot Lips page, I think is great.
Yeah, I'm 29. No.
Are you older than that?
Yeah.
Okay, hey, thanks very much. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay, let's go to Rob in Needham. Hi, Rob.
How you doing?
Good, thanks.
Can I answer the question about the Doors?
Yes.
No, you can't.
Sorry. Okay.
Okay.
All right, the question is, we have 2 questions left for the Doors. If you could name them both. Who played Jim Morrison in the Oliver Stone movie, The Doors?
That was Val Kilmer.
Val Kilmer is correct. The last question is, what label did they record for exclusively?
Elektra.
Right.
That's right.
Could you ask us a question?
Well, let's stay with the Doors. What was the... They released an album in 1969, 1970 with their greatest hits, or like the hits of that period. What was the name of that album?
There was another title for the greatest hits album?
No, they had like their best hits up until that point, and they released that around 1969, 1970 after like the release of their
Greatest
first
Hits,
two albums.
Volume 1.
I don't really understand the question. A lot of the big songs were on their first album called The Doors. I mean, that wasn't their... I don't really understand the question. Sorry to be so evasive.
All right, they had like the hits, and then like after they released like the first 2 or 3 albums, they released like the group of the songs that were like their best to that point.
The best of the Doors?
Nope.
Now, what's the answer?
It's called the 13 album.
It's called the 13 album?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
I guess there were 13 songs on it.
Okay, final question then for you, Rob. See if you can get this one and you win a certificate if you do.
All right.
Steve Winwood is solo now. Can you name the 3 bands that he used to be in?
Well, I need 2 out of 3.
Okay, sure.
Cream and Traffic.
No, Traffic is correct.
Cream's not right?
Nope.
No.
Oh.
Give you about 5 more seconds, Rob.
The Norm Nathan Band.
Son of a gun, he hit it right on the button. Norm Nathan is singing and dancing his way into your hearts. I'm sorry, Rob. Thank you very much for the call. Thank you. Bye-bye. Incidentally, the Hot Lips, maybe I should have given it to the guy because he did say Hot Lips page. The question was long, and I'll give you the answer to this. Long before the name Hot Lips became a character in MASH, that was the theme song of a trumpet-playing band leader, his theme song. The man's name was Henry Bussey.
I hope you were keeping track of those unanswered questions because I didn't, and am of no help whatsoever. Even back in '93, we could not explain the rules enough. And Jerry from Clinton with the callback, second chance, and the win? Yay! Closing the vault and leaving this world a little sillier and filled with music knowledge than we found it. 4 well-rounded players. The art of stalling for time. Sing, sing, sing. Being young and living with older parents. WWTA. The host being confused by the rules. Anson Weeks and his orchestra. Leonard Sly. Funny hats as trombone mutes. Comments that don't age well. Getting one's comeuppance. Burning up the airwaves. Menashe Skolnick. Playing the drums with Buddy's Rib. The Chico Marx Band. Corny Mickey Mouse bands. Gimmicks. Falling desperately in love. Sam Sidney Leibowitz. Chelsea High. Sunflower the Horse. Hit movie soundtrack Gregorian Chants. David Clayton Thomas. The Wonderland Ballroom in Revere, Massachusetts. Getting it under the counter. Getting your vowels pumped. Mother McCree's Jugs. Spider Murphy, Shermfeller, Ric Duarte, Darrell Gould, Ed, oh yeah, Mullen, Jack Giggles Harte, in one of Chelsea High School's most famous graduates, singing and dancing his way to your hearts. Norm Nathan, I'm Tony Nesbitt. Bye-bye now. Ta-ta. Betty bye. See you soon.